Can I commit tax evasion while destroying the outer turret that controls my economy? Well, let's find out with Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. And let's try to beat all of it. I started off with a tax bill plastered onto my screen. Something about $143,000. Property tax I owe the government. Wasn't really too important. Apparently I committed tax evasion, which first of all isn't a real word, but I carried on by politely borrowing a watering can from the kind old lemon, and I used it to water a flower near a blueberry. This flower was then given to a nearby strawberry, who then gave me a love letter in return, which I had to rip up. This will be a common occurrence throughout the run. I continued through the weapon woods and came across a soil sword, which is the second key item to progress. With the sword, I used it to kill Jerry the snail and tore up a check letter that was made for him. With my new soil sword, I headed up to Layer Lane where I met an aspiring realtor, a barber, and a receipt in a bin that I quickly ripped up. The barn that followed had a beat with a hard hat that gave me his employment document, and also a trophy to stay motivated across my single hour and a half of playtime. When entering the barn, my path was blocked by Mayor Onion's assistant, who was also a streamer, named Slay Queen 32. To enter the barn, I needed to give her a tier 3 sub, which was sold by a nearby fanboy in the Layer Lane. I gave her the sub, and she gave me an autograph, which I tore into shreds. After fully entering the barn, I got to water a weird wooden plant, which can explode. The explosion cleared the door, and I could advance to get boom boots, which allowed me to kick the bomb as projectiles. From there, I started a how to pay your taxes book and continued on to find a pig, who was also very big and angry. The fight wasn't too hard, as soon as the king pig hit the wall and got stunned, I could keep stunning it with my soil sword to continuously keep hitting it. For my achievements, I was gifted a heart fruit and the fertilizer Mayor Onion told me to look for. On the alleyway on the side of Layer Lane, there was another heart fruit behind an easy puzzle. After returning to Mayor Onion, I was tasked in retrieving a 4-pronged spear, or a fork as they called it, from the forsaken farmhouse. Near the house was a lost child, which I then traded with the babysitter in Weapon Woods to get a stool, which was then used to patch up the broken step on the way to the house. While near the babysitter, I tore up a wanted poster of myself. Behind the crop patch there was a receipt for carrot seeds, which I also promptly tore up. Entering the house, I found a mask lying on the ground. I continued onto the freezer, where I was tasked in getting medical supplies and other tasks scattered around. In another room, I obtained a band-aid and medicine from a key that an ice cream sandwich gave me. With obtaining all the medical supplies, the ice cream sandwich gave me another key that let me travel to another room containing more enemies to kill, as well as move mittens that helped me push melons, which were the new plant introduced in this area. These melons needed to be pushed into holes in the ground to travel across into different areas. Also, did I mention that the music in this house is actually such a banger? The devs cooked up when they made this. Like actually listen to this. With the move mittens, I was able to get into an area from the hallway that was blocked off before. And I tore up a draft notification and picked up a lost cherry baby, which was one of the quests in the freezer. After returning the child, I was given a key, which then allowed me to enter a bedroom, where I found an army note, which I happily ripped up. Following this was the fight with the rotten cat apple, which went similarly to the king pig, except there was an area in the center which I couldn't reach, for when the cat retreated there. Regardless of this, I almost died, but I got another life fruit in the process. In the following room, I was given a spray can, which I gave to the vandal near Weapon Woods for a life fruit, and the ability to turn on the generator for the house. I went back to the village and talked to Cran Cran, who was the carer of the cat apples. She then drew me a picture labeled Turnip Chan. Do with that as you will. After checking in my mailbox, I was berated with a massive hats, which were gained from progression. After returning to the forsaken farmhouse, I was given the fork from the ice cream sandwich lady and returned to Mayor Onion, who told me I had to get a mysterious green goo from the Forgotten Forest. There, I met an acorn, which I sent up to the realtor for another document to rip up, as well as the child's drawing to also rip up. forest, I found a phone that a schoolchild had dropped, and also ripped up another wanted poster myself. The new plant here was a portal plant which allows me to teleport. After finishing off some puzzles and dying like once, I got a portal maker which allowed me to make portals. From this, I headed left from Annie, who was a researcher studying the green glue, which then led to a mutated stag. This fight was much harder than the previous ones. The stag summons rabbits every few seconds which gang up on you and can be troublesome to deal with. And also, when it dashes, it usually reaches beyond your reach, so you can only get a few hits on it when it's stunned. Nonetheless, after dying another time, I learned its attack patterns and killed it to get green goo from Mayor Onion, and a leaf for the homeless acorn to afford a house. After returning the phone to the school kid, I tore up its petition and then went back to Mayor Onion to give him the goo. I then had to grave rob with an old potato to get a shovel, which had slightly more damage than my soil sword. This was obtained after solving many riddles and killing a lot of ghosts. I could then open up a nuclear shelter near the tree with my first wanted poster on it, and then rip up safety protocols and other papers related to nukes being launched in the country. Every room I traveled to, there were two shadowy figures running away, who seemed to be frightened by my fearful appearance. Sooner or later, the smaller shadow got locked out of the bunker and got exposed to radiation which was coming off the traces of goop in my pocket. My fourth loss was the final human, the mutated Bliss. This fight was tricky. You needed to set her on fire by using bomb plants which chose to burn up instead of exploding. For this, you needed to water each plant and go close to her without getting hit, all the while she spread her green arms and goop everywhere. I died multiple times in the fight, but then I had a good sequence of getting hit on fire, and then allowed me to land my final blow with my shovel. I was given a laser pointer and another heart fruit. I gave the laser pointer to Mayor Onion, and he locked me out of my greenhouse. Following this, the old lemon, through his empathy, led me down a secret base behind a tree, where it was kinda revealed I was the son of the most infamous mafia boss of all time, Don turned Chief. In that base, I tore up more documents, and also accidentally triggered a nuke that killed me, and everything else. I then snuck into the greenhouse where I had to fight the IRS, and later Mayor Onion himself. Both these fights were easy, but the thing that happened after was mystical, eldritch you could say. Mayor Onion transformed into a world-eating horror, which I then had to launch the IRS at, while avoiding its radioactive energy balls, laser beams, and makeshift forts, which it hurled at me. After many attempts and so many close calls, I finished Mayor Onion off, if you could even call him the mayor. After that, I brought peace to the world, and everyone lived freely. After this, I went to the cave near the school kids and got the things I missed. These things were very trivial and boring, so I won't go too in-depth on them, but it was basically get an item, give the item to someone else, and get a hat. After this, the railway station of the infinite train opened up, and apparently I needed to get all the hats from that too to 100% the game. So I had to kill waves of enemies, Mayor Onion's relative, Conductor Onion, and also... what's that? I give up.
Go to bed, Turnip Boy. You've done well. But us, we've gathered here to say farewell until next time. So, you can sing along, or don't. Do you? We won't pay our taxes, we've got rent and we've got bills. There's layers to the onion and his bureaucratic thrills. All you flora, all you fauna, let us venture through the land. Take down Mayor Onion and all his thieving plans. We won't pay our taxes, we've got rent and we've got bills. There's layers to the onion and his bureaucratic thrills. All you flora, all you fauna, let us venture through the land. Take down Mayor Onion and all his thieving plans. Spend some time peeling back those skins and you'll find out soon there are seeds within. We'll sing our hearts out loud, world spinning, cause the worst parts past, we're breathing still, so we fly through the woods. fertile for that heart. Fertile for that heart. Fertile for that. We won't pay our taxes. We got rent, we got bills. There's layers to the onion and its bureaucratic thrills. All you flora, all you fauna, let us venture through the land. Take down Mayor Onion, all its thieving plans. We won't pay our taxes. We got rent, we got bills. There's layers to the onion and its bureaucratic thrills. All you flora, all you fauna, let us venture through the land. Take down Mayor Onion, all its thieving plans. We won't pay our taxes. We've got rent and we've got bills. There's layers to the onion and his bureaucratic thrills. All you flora, all you fauna, let us venture through the land to take down Mayor Onion and all his thieving plans.